Excited, Phil? I'm Jay.
G'day,
I
Jay.
only met briefly, I can't think of which venue, but I've listened to it a fair bit, so
Okay,
I feel like I know you.
Yes, indeed. You came down to Adelaide,
Yeah,
maybe for a weekend?
probably.
Probably, or
I've
did
been,
you remote?
I've been all over the place, I don't know.
Yep. Just had to put whether you were with a team that I realised was Space Quake.
Yes, yeah, Space Quake.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Lismore, where the cream of Australian junior baseball talent has gathered for the 2026 Australian Junior League Championships. Big event here in Lismore between the Junior League Championships and the simultaneously run Intermediate League Championships. We've got 18 teams of junior players aged probably between 12 and 14 taking part. My name's Phil Herdon. Thanks for getting up early. Special g'day to those out west following the Eastern Phantoms, one of the teams that we've got playing in this opening game. They'll be taking on the Canberra Rangers, but of course, for those out west, it's not even 7 o'clock in the morning yet. So some baseball for breakfast for you, as we're about to have the anthem. Okay. So you can see the facilities there, just the wee guy waving his arms in the background, that's me. Got the scorers to the bottom left, who are probably some of the hardest working people during a baseball game, along with our umpires. Canberra are the home team. They'll be fielding first. Eastern Phantoms, the away team, will be batting first now. Please appreciate, it's day one, and everything's just sort of coming together. But I've got an Eastern Phantoms batting lineup, I think, and we'll check this off as it happens. In fact, I've got to correct myself already. Yeah, haven't even thrown a first pitch and I've made an error. Eastern Phantoms are the home team. Okay. They are pitching first. Let me just make a quick adjustment. Canberra Rangers are the away team. All right. Canberra Rangers batting order leading off, I believe, will be right fielder Cale Blundell. In the 2-hole, number 17, Lincoln Barrett, Baz. Batting 3, the pitcher, K-Mac, Cale McIntyre. Shortstop, the edge, Eric Cochran. Batting 5, catcher, Yoda. Well, that's the nickname, Yorworth Evans. Batting 6, first base, Lincoln the Cheese, Kelly. Batting 7 in left field, Caleb Edel. Batting 8, Eli Wheels Lessard. And batting 9, Ari Azza Matavesi. Jason Bentley, Jackson Chambers, and Juna Munson, we will see later on. On the hill, for the Phantoms, we've got a player who did not fill in our profile sheet. So it's Ryder Kenny. We did ask all our players to fill in a profile sheet that I try and look up as the game allows. Don't have one for Ryder, but he will be throwing the first pitch. And good to see it will be Kate Blundell leading off for the Rangers. The aim of the game: win this tournament, get a trip to the Junior League World Series in Taylor, Michigan. And thanks to Spacequake Sports giving you the pitches, it all starts right now with the first pitch ball from Kenny. Eastern Phantoms, the next generation. They had a group of players going through that I think made 3 World Series. I called them going unbeaten and winning a Junior League World Series, and they backed it up 2 years later with the Senior League World Series in Geelong. So this group, just from my memory, is probably about 3-4 years back of that. Canberra Rangers have teams that participate in the Little League and the Junior League World Series, Junior League National Championships as the representative team from Canberra. And we'll start off with a first pitch walk, a first at-bat walk. So except for Canberra, that are the representative team from the nation's capital, and I guess the trick there for a young Canberran baseball player is to make the squad. All the others here are already winners to a certain extent. They've won their state championship or come runners up. As there's a throw that is wayward, and this will allow. Yep, Blundell's around to third. So the Rangers looking to go the full Cobra Kai, strike hard, strike fast, no mercy, have a player in scoring position. I would usually say 90 feet away. It's probably closer to about 75. Lincoln Barrett, Baz, playing centre field today. As Kenny's just struggling to find the strike zone at the moment. I don't know about you, but with my 13, 14-year-olds, or when I was 13 or 14, I wasn't up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Not unless someone forced me to. So I'm not exactly sure what the Phantom's body clock is right now. Most teams did arrive yesterday. And plenty were here, including these two at about 7 o'clock Lismore time, about 2 hours ago. 2-0 count. Put one right down Keene Street, I think is the main street, or the Buxton Highway here in Lismore. First strike of the game. 2-1 count. That one is fouled. Not too far away from our cameraman Jay. Very relieved to, always relieved to see the first pitches and the game starting to be played. Was up in Brisbane earlier in the week. And between here and Lismore is the Gold Coast, of course, as we've got a 2-2 count. And on Monday on the Gold Coast, they received a month's worth of rain in an afternoon. Bit of that. The side part of that pattern hit Lismore, and it was like, oh, no, not again. As we've got back-to-back walks. Now, that's number 11, Jackson Bentley, who's walked. So I've got, I do apologise that I've got the batting order already out of whack. Yeah, now it's Lincoln Bennett, okay. Okay, so yeah. So what we've got here is a batting order with some of the ones in. Because they bat around. Okay, yep. Just adjusting to the niceties of charter baseball again. It's been a couple of years. And that is, of course, that everyone fields and everyone has an at-bat during the course of a game. And that changed. Now what they do is rather than substitute the batters, they just bat around. And that means that you've got people that aren't fielding, i.e. batting to Jackson Bentley in the lineup. Speaking of Bentley, he's off. And he's found second base. So we have got two Rangers in scoring position. Good jump, and in the end cut off early. So first one put into play, and it's a hit, and we've got our run. In fact, we got two. It'll be Blundell who scores, Bentley who scores, and Lincoln Barrett has a 2 RBI. Going to give it a double. I know I'll be forever in agreement with traditional scorers and so forth about, well, was that an error or not? I'm just going to give the benefit to the hitter until told otherwise. So the Rangers score the first runs of the 2026 Australian Junior League National Championships. There are 3 other games happening on at the moment. Just a quick conference to calm the farm a little bit for the Phantoms as we see that lovely hit courtesy of Lincoln Barrett. Just checking the number, and we've got number 46, K-Mac, who's going to be the starting pitcher for the Rangers at the bottom of the first. Looking to give himself some run support here. Makes contact but foul. So we got 10 teams. And they will play 4 preliminary games over 3 days. So one day they will play a doubleheader. It's a team of 5, and they have rejigged. Since I was involved 2 years ago, they have rejigged the final structure, and I kind of like it. So you got a 2-1 count with none out. Count goes to 3-1. We've got Barrett on second, an empty third, and empty first. And that's wide, and we're going to have third walk of the inning. So 3 walks to the hit thus far. Does bring the double play as an option. It's about the best news I can find for the Phantoms fans just at the sec, but don't worry. Plenty to go. You got to have a bat yet. Got a bat yet. So I like this, and I'll give. I haven't gone through all the teams yet, but I think Canberra are possibly leading in the nickname department. Eric the Edge Cochrane playing shortstop today. So I better check he's not a different number. Yeah, the Edge. From the Rebels Baseball Club, and actually has played first grade senior baseball. Been playing since 4 years old. His local legend. Oh, look, if you're from Canberra, there can only be one. All you ACT fans tuning in. If you were to name your favourite Australian baseballer, and you're in Canberra, and it's not Robbie Perkins, where have you lived all your life? So you're Robbie Perkins. Was great to see him and the Australian team in action in the World Baseball Classic. What a roller coaster that was. Got the upset win they needed against Taipei, then needed one against Japan or Korea, and had that really weird 3-way tiebreaker to work through. As that's hit high and far, and good night, nurse. Hooroo! A 3-run jack. First digger of the day goes to the edge. He goes up and over the edge of the home run fence. And just like that, 5 up, 5 have scored for the Rangers. And this will lead to a change. As you can see, the field here on Diamond 2, which is where we're at today. Brought in a little bit from the main one, as you would expect. Don't have the measurements. But it's 3... Okay, was that 1 to 5? Okay. Welcome to substitution land. Okay. So, 1 goes to 5. So, Ryder Kenny will go to third base, which is, if you don't know, the different positions are numbered, so you can do this in theory quickly. Number 1 is the pitcher. Number 5 is third base. Now, 5, which was Brodie Warner at third base, is going to 6, which is shortstop, And number 6, shortstop Riley Malcolm, is now on the hill. So I'm hoping to see a number 8. Yep. Yeah, there's Warner at short now. And there's a number 8. Love it when it works like that. So one of the interesting things about this, compared with, say, a normal club ball where you've got a game a week, is that you've got to manage your pitching. And it's fair to say most of these players, and each team has a squad of 12, most are going to get a pitch at some stage. There are pitch restrictions. And it's a real interesting decision for management when they look at the schedule, when they look at the days they've got 2 games. And they think, how are we going to manage that? And then if you're finals bound, what do you save for the big games? What's a big game? What's not a big game? Is that first pitch is just a bit outside? What you're seeing right now is a little bit of adrenaline, I suspect. I expect to see one that will sail over the top any moment. 5-0 Canberra lead. Right down the middle. St George's Terrace for the Phantoms fans. So this is number 9 for Canberra, which is great, except I don't have a 9 on my list. I need to see the back of it. Okay, no, this is Yoda. Okay. Don't want to share all my first world problems with you, but the scorer's sheet is a carbon copy, and there's 5, and I think the scorers get the 4th. And yeah, some of them you do mix up. So 1 was 9. So Evans has made his. That's the first strikeout. All right. So after a wayward first pitch, Riley Malcolm is now on song, and I think he's thrown 4 strikes in a row. And that's just got the corner. Of course, our camera is not right down the alley, so yep, there's going to be a little bit of edge perception on this. I think that one's wayward. So it should be 1 and 2 count, I would suspect. Yep. 1 and 2 count. There is no one on after a 3-run home run to Eric Cochrane. And it's, if you have just joined us, especially those out west, just slept through the 7 o'clock alarm, we're still at the top of the first. The Phantoms have not had a hit yet. So that's a drop 3rd strike, and that's back-to-back strikeouts by okay. So this might be Jackson Chambers, it is. Lincoln Kelly was the last one. The cheese, got a bit of cheese. Struck out, so where's... Put into play, just the 1 out needed at first, just the 1 out got. And that'll do it. Our first half inning is in the books. A good one for Canberra. A home run to Eric Cochrane brings 3. 2 others also score. And it's the Rangers giving the Phantoms something to chase with a 5-0 lead. We'll be back after a quick breather. You're watching the 2025 Australian Junior League Championships.
Let's have some fun today.
Win or lose, always do your best.
Good job.
Here we go, kid.
Let's do this, girls. We got this.
Let's get the bats going. Find yours. Find yours. Get there, baby. Get there, kid. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, Gordon.
Little League on 3. 1, 2, 3. Little League. All right, girls, let's go get him. Come on.
All right, welcome back. Time for the Phantoms to do something about this 5-run deficit. Malcolm Riley, the current pitcher, is the first one up, to be followed, I believe, by Hunter Gordon and Jake Hayden. Malcolm Riley from the Morley Eagles. Favourite position is playing shortstop. Been working on the base running. Also the pitching in regards the velocity and the pitch mix and a bit of control. Count evens up 2-2. First game of 17. It's going to be broadcast through Baseball Plus over the Junior League Championships. Well done on fighting us. First full count of the morning, I think. Put into play and snagged. Absolutely snagged in left field by Caleb Edel. Might be a good chance to go through. I'll go through the Phantoms batting order first. Malcolm Riley just led off. You saw him there. Do we call that a fly ball or a line drive? But anyway, left field it is. Hunter Gordon should be up right now. Correct, eh? Jake Hayden batting 3, Lincoln Ellis 4, Josh Watts 5, Brody Waters 6, Brody Perkins 7, Sam Gardner 8, Jordan Abbott 9, Riley Stingers 10, Troy Kigma 11, and the starting pitcher Ryder Kenny batting 12. So officially, this is a game from Pool B. 10 teams, 2 pools. Each pool with 5 teams. In this pool, the Rangers of Canberra, the Eastern Phantoms, the Melbourne Athletics, Brisbane North, and Cronulla Black. So 5 teams from 5 different states and territories. So we've got a first Phantom on base as Gordon walks. So the 5 teams will play each other in a round-robin series, 4 games over the first 3 days. So today, just checking, yep, today is Thursday, tomorrow Friday, and Saturday. Sunday, we head to 2 days of finals. Monday, end of Monday, we'll have a champion. As Steele is second, just got to make sure it doesn't go into the centre field. It doesn't. Gordon makes his way to scoring position. So, after the 4 games, what I like about the change in structure, at least I haven't seen it here before. So you can see Gordon in your screen right there, ready to pounce on third base. Stays put. Now it's the top 3 that get it. Used to be the top 2, and the top team from one pool will play the second team from the other pool. But they have changed it up. It's a 1-0 count. It goes to 2-0. So, if you win your pool, you kind of get a morning off. And the second and third team play the first elimination series. So at that point, so after the prelims, we have 10 to start, 6 make the finals, the top 3, and then 2 are eliminated when the 2 and 3 teams play each other. Then we're down to 4. And then the top team from each pool will play the second-ranked team from the other pool. Semi-finals, and then gold medal match that we'll have for you here on Baseball Plus on Monday afternoon. So we've got a full count here. 1 out. Gordon stands at second. Swing and a miss. And for Kale McIntyre, that's his first strikeout. The other teams in Pool A, the Melbourne Twins, Gold Coast, Hills Blue, Wanneroo Giants and Adelaide Marlins. Over the course of today, we'll see 7 of the 10 teams here on Baseball Plus. Coming up at 11:15 at Lismore time, Eastern time. Gold Coast and Hills Blue. 1:30 the Marlins and the Marlins of Adelaide and Wanneroo Giants. And then the Marlins will back it up. 3:45 is our last game. Have to still be in one piece for that. Marlins are hosting the Melbourne Twins. So it's a long day for the Twins to get up and wait for a 3:45 game. For these two sides, once they're done, their day is done. They don't play again until tomorrow. So 2 out. Really good chance for Canberra to take some momentum into the second. They've scored 5 at the moment. Have not conceded a run at the bottom of the first. 3-1 count. At the plate right now, Lincoln Ellis. Who does not have a nickname. Also from Morley. Did pitch in a grand final. Assume that's for Morley. He's played in both Junior League and Senior League in the Baseball WA competition. And he'll take the walk. So, it's been a bit of up and down here. We had the line drive beautifully taken by Ebel. Hunter Gordon walked. Jake Kennedy struck out. Lincoln Ellis walked. And now with 2 out and 2 on, this is a big at-bat. It's going to be number 9, Josh Watts, who's playing in right field this afternoon. Josh, also from the Morley Eagles, was here last year in the Intermediate League Nationals. Also playing 2023 and 24 Little League Nationals. So this is Josh's 4th charter tournament. And he's been collected. First hit by pitch. Hopefully one that we don't see a lot of. And now it's bases loaded. And this will mean a bit of a chat. Canberra would love to take a 5-run lead into the second, but they've got to get this third out. So what's happening else today? Right now, also on Baseball Plus is the Intermediate League Championships. And there's a game between the Adelaide Armada and the Gold Coast. So maybe different games go different lengths. If you know baseball, it does not have a set time, that's for sure. Probably have a chance from time to time to switch over, though we do have same starting times throughout. So that's another hit by pitch, and Warner heads to first, and Hunter Gordon crosses home plate. So first run to the Phantoms. The margin drops to 4. There's number 31, Brody Perkins. So Brody's one of the 13-year-olds. If you want to guess the club he's from, you're right, the Morley Eagles. Also a softballer, made the national championships for under-14s boys softball and was here last year. So a lot of these Phantoms are returning to Lismore, and I wonder how that assists. Because there is a bit to adjust to. Different time zone, particularly for the Phantoms. Thankfully, it's not daylight saving in 3 hours. It is just the 2. So, to get the morning dew game on day 1, better adjust fast. 2-2 count. It's 2-2 with 2 out. And now it's full. This is a big pitch. An early moment in this contest. Canberra leading by 4. A strike away from keeping that lead. And it's a walk. It's a second. Phantoms run. Lincoln Ellis. So the 2 early walks have led to runs. Okay, so we've got Josh Watts at 3rd, Brody Warner at 2nd, and Brody Perkins with that walk is at 1st. Did very well to hold the nerve, not swing. Sam Gardner is playing in centre field. We'll give you the Rangers defensively in a sec. Well ducked. So, around the outfield, Caleb Edel. We've already seen him in action. Snag one to get the first out. Lincoln Barrett is at centre field, and Cale Blundell is in right field. 2-1. Around the bases, Eli Lessard is at third base. Eric the Edge, the home run hitter, Cochran, is at shortstop. Jake Hayden is at second. Lincoln Kelly is at first. Cade McIntyre on the hill. And Yorworth, a.k.a. Yoda Evans, is behind the plate. 2-2. 2 out. Loaded Phantoms. Some more big pitches coming here. Canberra get the swinging strike. They keep a chunk of their lead. The Phantoms get 2. But the Rangers got 5 at the top of the first. That's our scoreline in Game 1 of Day 1 in the 2025 Australian Junior League Championships. Back in a sec.
Here's to generations of fearless, unstoppable.
Hit hard on the ground. From his knees, she is safe.
I can, and I will.
Big game for Monet Davis.
And I am. Here's to the next generation. Find your league. Get in the game.
welcome back. We go to the top of the second. Now just a chance to reorganise my Rangers batting lineup. What threw me was that they had a couple of players batting higher up who weren't fielding, and I thought, well, okay, they've just put this in a different order, but no, the order was correct. So this is Caleb Edel playing in left already. Had a highlight. I'm sure Eric Boulder back there compiling everything has already put that into the highlights package. G'day to Eric. So my name's Phil Herndon, joined by Jay, giving you the pictures from up high, and Mitchell producing, getting us to air. They're part of the Spacequake Sports team. That'll bring you 17 Junior League matches over 5 days, and probably something similar with the Intermediate League. As we've got a strikeout to get things underway. Just a note back to base to Eric, if you're listening, I don't have access to other scores around the diamond, so if you wanted to send some my way from time to time, I'll relay that. Okay, takes the strike. So basically, for Riley Malcolm, it's 4 up, 4 down. He's already got Eli Lassard, who's playing third base. He's got Eli at an 0-2 count with 1 out and no one on. So I suspect that maybe Malcolm was going to be used in a ladder contest start, but given the 5 runs given up early, was called in. And there's your strikeout. Now that's strikeout number 4. Now I got to think, okay, that if you go through an inning as a pitcher and you have nothing but strikeouts, strikeout, 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 we've got to give that a name now. Okay, well, I'll hold that because we are making another adjustment. So Malcolm Riley is going to go back to shortstop, which is his favourite position. We're going to see Brodie Warner come into pitch. Don't have the pitch counts, alas. But as I said, I reckon they might have planned for Holder to start the next game. And so they have to be very limited in what they can do with the pitch counts. That's my guess. Let's have a look. Okay, Brodie Warner, a.k.a. Knuckles. Favourite place on the baseball diamond is on the hill. Loves being a pitcher because I can control the game. Now, he is not from the Morley Eagles. He's from the UWA Magpies. And again, this is tournament number 4. He hit a walk-off in a semi-final at Club Ball. Got his team, I assume. If you do that in a semi-final, that got you to the granny. Started playing T-ball at 9. Brother played in under 16 Australian squad. Part of that earlier Phantom Dynasties. This is put up and caught. Well done by Ryder Caddy. So 3 up, 3 down. That's been the quickest inning thus far. Canberra retain their 5-2 lead, but the Phantoms are coming up in the bottom of the second. Back in a sec.
Past the catcher rather, bounce straight back to the catcher. That one, line shot, Hikaru Kaneko.
punch through to left field. Glove is up and it is through.
Hard shot from Ben Beasley and a diving Jackson Ham.
Punch through, double play opportunity here for the Sharks. Opting to tag is applied and the throw to first.
Enemies down on strikes, back-to-back strikeouts.
That's hit through. Oh, what a catch! Oh, that is punched down to left field. It is allowing. It is over.
Strike 3, Brisbane North, your 2025 Australian Little League champions.
Welcome back to Lismore. Beautiful day here. Whisper cloud. Sun is about to disappear behind the top of the roof, which is joyous. The batters do have to deal with that sun pretty much coming from on top of the pitcher. Not as bad as it was a few hours ago. So it's going to be Jordan Abbott, Bailey Stingers and Troy Kingma up to bat. Want to make a note, we're on Diamond 2, originally scheduled for Diamond 1, but mentioned the rain earlier. Diamond 1 will be hopefully ready to go tomorrow. And got to send a big cheerio to all the people here at Lismore that are involved with this complex, because just a normal tournament, a mountain of work goes into it. Throw in a rainstorm 3 days beforehand. They have just done a magnificent job, as that's strikeout number 3. Now, I think we've got a new... Let's have a look. I do have a new pitcher. Eric Cochran is the new pitcher. Gets a strikeout to get underway. So Abbott strikes out. This is Bailey Stingers. So the Phantom schedule coming up. They have 2 games tomorrow. And again... Well, for all you Western Australian fans, guess what? If you enjoy baseball for breakfast, you get it again tomorrow. Good news is it will be on Baseball Plus against Brisbane North. That will be 9 o'clock Lismore, 7 o'clock Perth. Then a game on the other diamond. So this one won't be, you'll follow that on Game Changer. 1:30 Lismore, 11:30 Perth. Playing Cronulla Black. So we've got a full count here with 1 out, no one on for the Phantoms. Well, if there was someone on, they would have taken off for a base, but in the end, that's just a walk. First given up by Cochran, and his second batter faced. Troy Kingma. Now at the plate. The Rangers, by the way, have one game tomorrow. That won't be on Game Changer. That is also a crack of dawn start against the Melbourne Athletics. But you get 2 games on Saturday. At 9 o'clock, playing Brisbane North, and 1:30 playing Cronulla Black, which will be the last series of games for the prelims. Canberra will be hoping that they will be in the running for something for that. Well, no count as that gets past everybody, and that's an easy second base for Stingers. takes the pitch. That's a ball. Okie dokie. That one gets the strike call. 2-1. One out. Runner at second in Stingers. Not quite tying run at the plate, but if Kigma can get on, it would be. And that he does get on. Just had to wait. I saw the umpire's arm move. That was just to record the clearance. So, last up to hit, starting pitcher Ryder Kenny. If he can launch one, we have ourselves a tied ball game. So after a first batter-faced strikeout, so you're just confirming that Kyle McIntyre, who was the starting pitcher, is at shortstop, so those two just changed positions. Eric Cochran in the best pitcher's role right now. Elicits the swing. And okay, everyone advanced to base through all of that, by the way. So that's 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. No one's actually made any contact so far. As the light-up turns around. So Riley Malcolm, who lined one or hit one hard to left field that was caught by Caleb Ebel, is up for his second at bat. He represents the potential tying run. Played through the gap. It'll bring some runs. It will probably bring 2. Long throw in, but not in time. A beautiful throw, but just was never going to get the out. All right. 2 RBI. Double. Scores. Stingers and Kigma. And it's now a 1-run game, 5 runs to 4. But did love the throw. That's a fair way out. And this is lobbed pretty much on home plate as the first pitch has got away from Evans. And that puts, well, the tying run in Riley Malcolm is a base away. 2 out. Can Canberra hold their lead? Can the Phantoms tie it? Hunter Gordon at the plate. Takes the strike. 0-1. Eric Cochran. From the Rebels Baseball Club, debuted in senior baseball in all grades, 1st through 5th. Also played in the Junior League Championships in, I guess, the Canberra competition. Oh, rung him up. Got in a bit of trouble. Just got out of it. So 3 strikeouts amongst 2 walks and a double. Sees 2 innings in the books. Canberra struck early, but the Phantoms are coming back bit by bit. It's the Rangers 5, the Phantoms 4. Back after the break. Welcome back. New pitcher for the Phantoms, Brodie Warner. Oh no, he finished off the second, okay. So the final hitter for Canberra, Matavesi, comes to the plate. So it'll be 12, 1 and 2. Not a order you hear in most baseball games. Certainly the way it works now in charter baseball. Put up. I think that's Sam Gardner out there in centre field. It is. One away. There's starting to be a few changes in different spots. As Cale Blundell comes to the plate. So Canberra scored 5 in the first, none in the second. Fouled right back at he. Down 0 and 2. We'll assume tried to elicit a swing on an 0-2 count. Blundell not biting. Bit on that one and missed, and that's a strikeout. 2 away. Third strikeout. No. Correction on that. First strikeout for Warner. Jackson Bentley. Down 0-2. So for Warner, strike away from keeping Canberra scoreless in the third, giving the Phantoms a chance to just have the 1-run deficit, but Jackson Bentley is on base for the second time today. That's actually our first single to right field. The previous hits I've put down as doubles. And safe at first. One count with 2 out and 1-1. And 1 on. Played too short, and that's going to be an infield hit. Oh no. Got the out at second. All right. Just a little bit blinded where second base was. Let's have a look at the replay. I booked the optometrist for Tuesday. Okay. All right, that explains it. Okay. All right. Don't look down straight away to put the notation in. Keep your eye on it. There's a learning for you. Interesting decision to run for third. Sure, that's one that the coach will maybe have a word with. But okay. Back shortly, folks.
Let's have some fun today.
Win or lose, always do your best.
Good job.
Here we go, kid.
Let's do this, girls. We got this.
Let's get the bats going. Find yours. Find yours. Get there, baby. Get there, kid. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, Gordon.
Alrighty. Canberra have made 4 fielding changes. Their 3 subs have all come in. We'll get to those in a sec. As it's 3-4-5 for the Phantoms. Jake Hayden, Lincoln Ellis and Josh Watts coming to the plate. And this is Eric Cochran continuing his outing. And Jake Hayden, who struck out in the first, walks in the third. So, every Phantom thus far, the top 3 that have batted a second time have been out once and got on base once. Now, Lincoln Ellis, who walked in the first, represents the potential leading run. The tying run is Hayden. The Cochran's paying close attention to. In the other game, in Pool A, top of the 4th, Hills Blue leading Wanneroo 1-0. There's a game between some giants of charter baseball. And after all of that, nobody really moves. Played straight down the throat of Blundell, and that's first out. Hard hit ball, just right at him. So Josh Watts at the plate. Now we do have some fielding changes that I've just about worked out. So the 3 Rangers that started on the bench are on the field. I'll tell you where they are in just a tick. Yep, and that's a lost ball, and just like that, Hayden is at third. So again, the potential tying run is a base away. So Bentley has come into shortstop. Amundsen has come into left field. So Bentley at short for McIntyre, Edmundson at left field for Ebel, and Chambers at third base for Lessard. Watts puts it up. It's not, well, it's a chance for first. 2 away. And Hayden will stay at third base. So this is a big at bat. We do have a pitching change. New pitcher will be number 23, Cale Blundell. Yep, okay. Yeah, Jack Chambers, I said, was at third base. They then moved third base. So Blundell was at third. He's now pitching. He's going to find, I think Cochrane's going to go to third base. Jake Chambers is... he was the one who made that catch earlier, so do apologise, Jackson Chambers. Yes, he was the one who made the catch. That saw Ellis get out. Now what they've done is they've given Cochrane a bench, and I think Caleb McIntyre is at third. Crikey. My magnets are wearing out. Okay, big at bat, 2 out, 1 run ball game. Brody Warner, who was hit by pitch in the first, did not score, was left stranded. Trying to get Hayden home and tie up this ball game. So for Cale Blundell, no nickname, from the Ainsley Bears. Has played junior league, the little league. And this looks like it's his second junior league situation, as that's a walk. Doesn't score a run. So Phantoms at the corners. Hayden at third represents the tying run. Brody Warner at first, the potential leading run. At the plate, Brody Perkins, who walked first time up. Showing punt, steal of second. Yorworth Evans is really not paying any attention to that. He's fully focused on making sure Hayden at third does not move any further. Inside, count goes to 2-all. So a walk here would load the bases with 2 out. And out, obviously, Canberra would keep their lead. And now it's 3-0. So vacant second. No, it was vacant first base. Warner's at second. Hayden at third. 3-0 gets the strike. And just as Perkins was thinking about trotting to first, we've got ourselves a full count. This is one of the biggest pitches of the tournament thus far. And it's put up to first. It's caught. Canberra bend, but do not break. And we head to the fourth. The Rangers leading 1-0. Hope you're enjoying the 2025 Australian Junior League Championships.
Here's to generations of fearless, unstoppable.
Hit hard on the ground. From his knees, she is safe.
I can. And I will.
Big game for Monet Davis.
And I am. Here's to the next generation. Find your league. Get in the game.
Welcome back. One change at first base. Jordan Abbott comes into first base for Lincoln Ellis. I think Stingers and Kingma have both had a turn in the field, but I can't find them at the moment. Hard hit ball, which is foul. This is Cal McIntyre at the plate. Walked in the first and scored. Eric Cochran, who hit the home run, is next up. Well ducked. Fouled back. Remains a 2-2 count with none out. first at bat at the top of the fourth. The Intermediate League Championships are underway. 2 games occurring at the moment. The game you'll see on Baseball Plus. CJ Barnes has the call there. Adelaide Armada leading the Gold Coast 1-0, bottom of the fourth. Southern Titans leading the Melbourne Twins. Now the Titans, I think, are from Perth. Leading the Melbourne Twins 6-2. That is the top of the fourth. No change in the score, top of the fourth in our other Junior League game. Is that's fair, that one. Nice hit by McIntyre into left field. Yeah, this may be a pitching change. Yeah, let's have a conference. I'll take that. Thank you. So it's going to be Ellis who gets the ball. So Ellis came out with the coach. Lincoln Ellis from Morley. He's been in the charter travelling team. Pitched in a grand final. His dad, very good baseball player. A Yankees fan, Aaron Judge. It's interesting. He's rated his dad as very good and Aaron Judge because he is good. Gee, got to meet his dad. Alrighty, here we go. Canberra looking to extend the 1-run lead. They scored 5 all in the first. In fact, it was the first 5 at-bats. All got on base. First 5 batters all got on base and all scored. Since then, they had a run of not much happening, but then they've put 3... They actually had 3 straight singles. It was a base running error that got the third out in the third. So they were starting to make contact with Warner. You can understand why the pitch changed, although pitch count I'm sure has something to do with it as well. Just a bit outside. See in the background one of the other teams getting ready. Can't quite make out that team in the silver. Yeah. Okay, strikeout. That's important. First up, batter for Ellis to get some confidence. 1 out, 1 on, top of the fourth. Start of a big 5 days here in Lismore with some big rewards at the end of it for the winners. For the Junior League Championship, August 9 to 16, that's American dates. In Taylor, Michigan, just outside Detroit, is where the Junior League World Series will be held, Heritage Park. And the winner of this tournament will be there. Intermediate League, they get to go to Livermore, California, which is about an hour and a bit east of San Francisco, just a bit inland from the Bay Area. You're with Evans, who struck out. Safe, I think. As McIntyre still second. Evan swings through as it collects first strike. So he swung on a 3-0 pitch. No, it's 2-2. That would explain that. Oh. Deemed to have swung on that. That's a strikeout. That's 2 away. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ellis. Lincoln Kelly up now for Canberra. The Rangers. $1 in the fine jar if I call them the Raiders during the course of the week. One count, 1 on, 2 out. Swing and a miss. 1-1. A hit. May well bring the run. See McIntyre there just on the edge of your pitcher. Always hard for the pitcher to keep an eye on second base. You need eyes at the back of your head or through your eardrum at least. There you go. Have a look. Throws the... Yeah, that was a bit of a Yorker. No harm on that. 2-1. Okay, 2 out, full count. A hit, a chance to extend the lead. Instead, it is a kidding strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. That brought to you by the letter K. Well, it was actually, is it a kidding or not? Because it started with a single. The new pitcher, Ellis, pitched nothing but strikeouts. And with that, the Phantoms stay within 1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. You're watching the 2025 Australian Junior League Championships. Yeah, 2026.
Straight back to the catcher. That one, line shot. Hikaru Kaneko.
Punch through to left field. Glove is up and it is through.
Hard shot from Ben Beasley and a diving Jackson Ham.
Punch through, double play opportunity here for the Sharks. Opting to tag is applied, and the throw to first.
Gonna miss, down on strikes, back-to-back strikeouts.
That's hit through, oh what a catch! Oh, that is punched down to left field, it is glowing. It is over.
Strike 3, Brisbane North, your 2025 Australian Little League Champions.
Welcome back. Blundell to return to pitch. Bottom of the 4th. In theory, the halfway point of this contest has been reached. It's going to be 8, 9, 10, Gardner, Abbott and Stingers. That's put up and put beyond. And that's going to be a 2. Oh no, forget the 2-bagger. This man wants 3. Going to be close, but there. First triple of the tournament. Goes the way of Sammy Gardner. Well, this is the opportunity that the Phantoms have been waiting for. They've got 3 outs to manufacture 1 base and tie this up. But I think they're looking at more than just tying it up. They want to try and take the lead. When you get your lead off on third, any failure to any inability to score would be a failure. 3 outs to work with. It's with Jordan Abbott. It's got past, and this is going to be a tied ball game. Sam Gardner with the triple. And scores on the wayward pitch. Yep. You have 2 categories of those. One is wild pitch and one is passed ball. And the passed ball is where the catcher should have caught it sort of within their range, and the wild pitch is where they didn't. I think that would be a wild pitch, especially when it's on the non-glove side. So Abbott's done his job. Just sticking around has led to the error on the pitch and the tie. So if you joined us late, the Rangers of Canberra, their first 5 plate appearances led to getting on base, led to runs. And the Phantoms have just chipped away at it. 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Actually, correction on that. The Phantoms scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth. As on that walk, Abbott goes to first. He struck out first time. So just having a look at the excuse me, 12 players on the Phantoms list. 11 have got on base. And the one who hasn't had their second plate appearance yet. So this is Stingers, who walked in the second and scored. Now for Canberra, Blundell is their third pitcher. Cal McIntyre went 1 innings, gave up 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts through 38 pitches, as did Eric Cochran. He threw 1 2/3 innings, 1 hit, 2 runs, both earned, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. I'll give you the stats on the Phantoms pitches in a sec. Ryder Caddy didn't record it out. 2 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 walks. Riley Malcolm came in and very much shut it down. 21 pitches, 1 2/3 innings, 4 strikeouts. That's it. But 21 pitches, so called off early so he could be back pretty soon. Brody Water threw 22 pitches, 1 1/3 innings, 3 hits and a strikeout. Lincoln Ellis has gone 1 innings, 18 pitches, 3 strikeouts. The Stingers strikes out, which is strikeout victim number 1 for Blundell, I believe. Might be the second. So this is to Kingma. So interesting, I mentioned that how all 11 of the 12 have got on base. Well, the first 10 have all got out and all got on base at their 2 at-bats. As Kingma tries the little bunt play, deemed safe off the bag. Off the bag. So now there's 2 on. Not sure if they're going to give that a throwing error or a infield single. All right, so in getting on, Kingma is the first player for the Phantoms to get on base twice in 2 plate appearances. Canny is the only one yet to get on base. He struck out in the second. Here's his chance in the 4th. A hit could give the Phantoms the lead. Right now, it'll give the runners an extra base. So 2 Phantoms in scoring position. Abbott, who drew the walk, is at 3rd, and Kingma, infield signal, throwing error, is at 2nd. Or is it an E1 for stepping off the bag? I don't know. Never be a scorer. Fouled right back at you. So this game looks like it is going to go the distance. First game always a little nervous for everybody. The level of competition from what they encountered at club ball goes up when they play charter and play at state. And now it's up a further level because, I mean, Canberra's a rep team, but besides that, every other team here had to perform to get here, either win their state championship or in some cases finish runner-up. Kenny puts up, and that's not caught. Oh, so close. Just made the distance, but couldn't quite pull it in. All right. 5-5 game. Full count, 1 out. Hit hard to centre field, but it drops. This will give the Phantoms the lead. Abbott scores. Canny has an RBI. Every Phantom's been on base. And it's 6-5. So a little bit of a conference here. As we have a look down our first base camera line. You can see there, I think that's diamond 5. There's a diamond, yeah. There's a few different diamonds here. It's quite the complex. Again, shout out to all those at Lismore that have got these fields up and happening. Look forward to field 1 being in action tomorrow. Canberra have made the pitching change. Jackson Bentley in the pitch. Swung enough for the first pitch strike. Oh. So it's 3rd time around the order for the Phantoms. Riley Malcolm Phantoms have the lead. Now can they put a gap between them and the Rangers? You can see all the cars here, back there at Lismore. And, gee, if you want to hire a minibus in Lismore today, good luck. I'd actually be fascinated how teams got here. I mean, Perth would have to have flown. You can't bus it from Perth. Probably can't from Lismore, and you probably can't from Melbourne. You certainly could from Brisbane and the Gold Coast, which we did from Brisbane yesterday, my wife and I. And I'm fairly sure it's about, what, 700, 800 kilometres from Sydney. You'd probably bus. Have to check that out. A little later, as we get to know the teams, we can have some chats, but that's a walk for Riley. So he's had a second time on base. Now Hunter Gordon, who walked, scored and struck out. One out, loaded bases. So Kingma is at third, Kenny is at second, and Malcolm is at first. Hunter Gordon at bat, Jake Hayden on deck. It looks playable for centre field. It is. Tag up. And a reasonably easy Phantoms run. That's Troy Kingma with the score. So sacrifice gives the Phantoms a 2-run buffer. Now 7-5. Anything deep is probably always going to score. Jake Hayden struck out and walked thus far. He's the 8th plate appearance. Eighth plate appearance in this inning for the Phantoms. There's Kenny at second. All right. Count at 3-1. Nowhere to put Jake Hayden without conceding an 8th run. And it's fouled. So, alrighty. Full count, 2 out. Now, it is loaded bases. There are 3. I'm looking around. Actually, I do correct myself. What do we got? We've got, It's not loaded. The sacrifice emptied third. And with the walk, now we're loaded. 2 walks in succession for Hayden. And now the 9th plate appearance, of course. This would normally mean you've batted around, but there's 12 in the batting lineup. Lincoln Ellis, a walk and a line drive to right, which was caught. So Canberra scored the first 5. They were the first 5 plate appearances. Phantoms have chipped away. They haven't had a big innings. And this could be the big innings though, as it comes in. 2 runs have scored. The hit to centre field. That's a big 2 RBI hit to Ellis. He sits at first base. Happy that with that the Phantoms have broken this one open. It was Caddy and Malcolm for mine who have scored. Now Ellis is coming off, and the reason for that is that the catcher rule with 2 out, which means Ellis would be the catcher, which I don't have him as. It is Watts, however, who's at the plate right now. So this has now been the big innings. Phantoms have put 5 on the board to match the 5 that Canberra put on the first, and Phantoms have scored 4 elsewhere. A little bit of confusion. That will score a run. We'll see how it scored, but that looked like a play down the left field line. Let's have a look. Yep. Just couldn't get there in time, the third baseman. So that's another run. That should have been Jake Hayden who scored, and now you're a scoreboard attendant, you're being kept busy. And this will be another pitching change for Canberra. New pitcher for Canberra, number 5, Jude Amundsen. Who I don't think I've got a profile for. No. So sorry for the Jude fans, I don't have anything to share. Stingers at second for Perth. It's a vacant third base. So yeah, Stingers has come in for Ellis. Usually there's a 2-out catches rule that they can come off base. I'm assuming what that is. A lost ball advances the runners. So Stinger for Ellis is at third, and Watts, who's base running for himself, is at second. Brodie Warner is at the plate, the 11th plate appearance. This third out has proved a little problematic. It started with Sam Gardner getting a triple and scoring. Jordan Abbott was walked and scored. Bailey Stingers struck out. Troy Kingma singled. This is played to second. Nice pickup, and that's your third and final out. I haven't seen too many routine ground ball outs this morning, but that's well done by the Rangers. But now before the Phantoms have struck, they'll take a pretty decent lead into the 5th. Okay, the Phantoms plated 6. They lead by 5. Are in the 5th. Yes, okay, so Ellis didn't come in on the catches rule. He came in on the pitches rule. That makes more sense. Chambers puts it to third. Throw is off target. Chambers scatters to second. And I guess that's a lead off two-bagger, even though Chambers will, well, yeah, it'll probably be a throwing error for the first baseman. Caleb Adele, who's struck out in the start of the second. That pitch allows Chambers to scoot to third, so Rangers scoreless in the second, third and fourth. They got 2 singles in the third and a lead-off single in the fourth, but weren't able to get anyone to cross home plate. Really is 2 parts to charter baseball. Get on and get around. And with that, there's 2 on. First 2 get on for the Rangers. So I said both teams have 5. It's their only game today. Just a quick look around what's happening in the rest of the pool. The Hills Blue that we will see in our next game. They are in Pool A. They're playing Wateroo and they lead Wateroo 4-1. In the Intermediate League, let me just refresh this screen. Bottom of the 5th, the Twins have come back a little bit, but still trail by 4. The Southern Titans 8, Melbourne Twins 4. Top of the 6th, Adelaide Abada have a 5-1 lead over the Gold Coast. Abbott comes in. Oh, yep, Abbott's going to pitch. So let's see what I got on Mr. Abbott. Jordan Abbott. Pronounced as it's written. That's a relief. Favourite spot is where he's at right now. That's pitching. He has a great pick-off move and loves to shut that stealing game down. Comes from the Perth Baseball Club. Was here, like just about everybody else for the Phantoms by the sounds of it, in Lismore last year. Pitching is his strength. My arm is getting stronger and the velocity has increased. Started T-ball at age 5. Moved into baseball at 9. And played junior league charter in WA when it was still a little league age. So just looking at his age now. Okay, he's 14, so he won't be in junior league next year. He's got a 5-run lead to play with, but 2 Rangers on base at the corners. Playing right back at the pitcher, takes the out that's given, which is at first. Rangers score 1. That's their first run since the first inning, so that throwing error, 2-bagger, Jackson Chambers has led to a score. In the meantime, Caleb Edel is advanced to second, the sole Ranger on base. For the current pitcher in Judah Munson. He popped up to the infield back in the last out of the second, but was a quick 1-2-3. So 1 out, 1 on for Canberra. Again, they don't have to get all 5 runs this innings. Phantom showed you just chip away, get a couple here, a couple there. You reduce it till you're back in the ball game. Played straight to third base, and Ryder Kenny ends that. So now the last of the Rangers to bat a second time. Ari Matavesi flew out to centre field first time up. It's 2 out, 1 on. One-two count. Phantoms a strike away from taking a 4-run lead into the bottom of the 5th, and they do. Abbott gets the strikeout. In fact, he comes on and he retires the next 3. Does his job. And with that, we'll take a break. We're midway through 5. The Phantoms up by 4.
Let's have some fun today.
Win or lose, always do your best.
Good job.
Here we go, kid.
Let's do this, girls. We got this.
Let's get the bats going. Find yours. Find yours. Get there, baby. Get there, kid. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, Gordon.
Girls on 3. 1, 2, 3. Little League. All right, girls, let's go get them. Come on.
Welcome back. It's a great time to join the Australian baseball community with participation rates up 11% over the last 2 years, 22% year on year in October, and retention rates well above industry standards. Our community becomes more vibrant by the day. Whether you're 7 or 77, a seasoned professional, or have no idea how to hold a bat or ball, the baseball community welcomes you. Find your club using the Club Finder tab on baseball.com.au. And if you do want to stay up to date with all the action, oh my goodness, too much baseball, never enough. We're putting that to the test right now. The Senior League's run and done. Congratulations, Brisbane North. Wow. What a charter they've been. Little League, Intermediate League, Junior League and Senior League champions. Good luck to them as they head to Easley, South Carolina, where Wanneroo, I think, made their 3rd World Series and got to the international final in Easley last year. So let's see. Let's hope Brisbane North, plenty of that experience where there is a bit to adjust to. Different country, very high level of opponents. Thankfully, the kids don't have to worry about driving on the wrong side of the road. But there's a fair bit to adjust to, and I think Wanneroo's efforts last year showed the advantage of going there a few times. Of going to Taylor, Michigan, Livermore, California, and Indian Easley, South Carolina. So good luck to Brisbane North in their tournament. This is to get to the Junior League World Series. 10 teams, 5 days. Perkins is up to bat for the Phantoms. They've got a 4-run cushion. He was the only player who did not get a plate appearance in the 4th. And on 2 occasions, he thought he was off to first, and both of them were rung up as strikes, so he's off. He is off, but to the dugout. So coming up, Sam Gardner, Jordan Abbott, who was the pitcher to see Canberra out in the top of the 5th, is on deck. Gardner, probably one of the plays of the day, as Eric Bonner puts together his highlights tape. I would suggest there's a home run at the top of the 1st, and then there's Gardner's triple to get things going at the bottom of the 4th. Already. Play deep between centre and right, coming across in right field. Nicely done. So 2 up, 2 down. This is the quietest innings. Was the 3rd for the Phantoms, where only 5 plate appearances were made. No runs were scored. The only inning that the Phantoms have not scored in, but they're 2 out with no one on here. Jordan Abbott, a strikeout and a walk. Back to Abunson's got to pick it up. Needs a fire to first. And that's 1, 2, 3. And with that, we head to the 6th. Canberra with some work to do in the 2026 Australian Junior League Championships.
Here's to generations of fearless, unstoppable.
Hit hard on the ground from his knees. She is safe.
I can, and I will.
Quick game for Monet Davis.
And I am. Here's to the next generation. Find your league. Get in the game.
Welcome back. Australia's own PTP is proudly supporting baseball events around the country, bringing nearly a decade of dedication to the sport and its athletes. Visit ptfit.com today and get the tools you need to power your game with PTP. PTP offers a wide range of strength and conditioning equipment designed to make athletes stronger, more powerful, and ready to perform. Whether you're training at home, in the park, or in the gym, PTP has you covered. Well, have the Phantoms done enough? They've got to double digits. 7-inning contest, I believe. And 6 outs to get. Perkins in for Kingma in left field. And for the Rangers, they're about to bat the 3rd time around. Blundell with a walk and a strikeout. Fouls the first one back, 0-1. Swing and miss. 0-2. So we'll be Blundell, Bentley and Barrett. The Killer Bees. Maybe. Struck out the first one, so maybe the K belongs to the pitcher. First strikeout. No, sorry, second strikeout. 2 in a row. Some quick scores around the diamonds as it's Jackson Bentley at the plate. Down low, 2-0 count. All right, it's 10-5 here. Although I've got it. Okay. Pretty sure it's 10-6. Oh, that hasn't updated. That's right. Must note when I go around the diamonds to press refresh first. First day of a 5-day tournament. I promise you I'll get it right by the end of it. Yeah, so here Phantoms 10, Canberra 6. Top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th, Hills Blue are 3 outs away from claiming their first win. We'll see Hills Blue against the Gold Coast in our next game, which is in theory about 20 minutes away. We'll see about that. Bentley flies out to left field. So yeah, it's Hills Blue and Gold Coast coming up. The other game coming up at 11:15 local is Brisbane North and Melbourne Athletics. Neither side, for both sides, that's their first game. In the Intermediate League, the game that you can see on Baseball Plus, Adelaide Armada 8, then in the Gold Coast 1. Southern Titans leading the Melbourne Twins 9-4. They're both in the 6th. Played out to centre field and well done by Sammy Gardner to make the catch. 3 up, 3 down for the Rangers. The Phantoms, well, looking for a bit of insurance with a 4-run lead. Canberra, 3 outs left to get back in the contest in the 7th. Take a break. Be back with the bottom of the 6th very shortly.
Past the catcher, rather. Bounce straight back to the catcher. That one, line shot. Hikaru Kaneko.
Punch through to left field. Glove is up and it is through.
Hard shot from Ben Beasley and a diving Jackson Ham.
Punch through. Double play opportunity here for the Sharks. Opting to tag is applied. And the throw to first.
Miss down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts.
That's hit through. Oh, what a catch! Oh, that is punched down to left field. It is glowing. It is over.
Strike 3, Brisbane North, your 2025 Australian Little League champions.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 6th here. The opening game of day 1, the 2026 Australian Junior League Championships. Canberra took a 5-run lead and then the Phantoms scored 10 in succession. Canberra got the last run. Since then the pitchers have closed it down in the last innings. And it'd be 10, 11, 12 for the Phantoms. Stingers, Kingma and Canny. Their 3rd time around, and if one of them gets on, chances are we'll see a couple of Phantoms get on for the 4th time. See the Ride Hawks in red. I apologise for that. So these teams going forward from here, they can both enjoy the rest of the day off and all that Lismore has to offer. For the Phantoms, their big day is tomorrow, Brisbane North, at the crack of dawn game at 9 o'clock. That's 7 o'clock for those in Perth. And then Cronulla Black. Remember, it's the top 3 that get in. So there's 5 in each pool. The top 3 get in. As there's a walk, but there's a really big advantage for finishing top. And that is you avoid a game. We sort of have sort of quarterfinals. Or wild card games, if you want to use that term. The 2nd and 3rd team, as we do have a pitching change. And in the end was reasonably neat work. From Amundsen, who finally ended well, when he came on, he worked through the 5th in quick succession. But lead off on for the Phantoms, so both teams are going through their pitches. But they've all been pretty short. I guess that's some ways one approach you can do is don't string anybody out where they're not going to be available for ages. Just give everyone a short enough run to almost warm up and get a feel for things. As mentioned, both sides have squads of 12. For Canberra, this will be their 6th pitcher. Jordan Abbott for the Phantoms is their 5th. Troy Kingma is up to hit. You can just hear her, "Come on, Troy," in the background on cue. From the Morley Eagles, when asked favourite position, he says, "Anywhere as long as I'm playing." The nickname of Big Kinger. Steeler second is on. It's going to be close. It's going to be through. But Stingers will stay at second. Kingma also was part of the Western Australian State Triathlon team for the last 5 years, and also the WA State Orienteering team, as he gets a walk to first. We didn't have time for any schoolwork. Charter baseball, State Triathlon, State Orienteering. Well, he knows his way to first base. That's where he's got to. And Kingma actually is the sole player who's got on base 3 for 3 for the Phantoms today. 2 walks and a single. Ryder Caddy had a big hit in the 4th to keep things turning for the Phantoms. Comes up now with that 1 hit, 1 strikeout. The pitcher now for popped up. In the end, those ones can actually be really tricky for the catcher to work out where they've gone, but that was actually very good work from Yoda. The force was with him that time to find that baseball, because it's a scary thing when it pops up. You got a mask on. You picked that up pretty quick. Notice the umpire getting out of the way as well. So back to Malcolm, Riley Malcolm. Stingers on second base. We've got Kingma on first. No one on third for the Phantoms. 1 out, 2 on, 2-0 count. It's Ari Manavesti who's having a throw from the Canberra Eagles. Also played a bit with Western Creek. As Malcolm gets his second walk for the morning. 3 times on base today, along with a 2 RBI double in the second to get the Phantoms back within range. It was Canberra with an early 5-0 lead, and the Phantoms have just been solid. But in the end, it was a 6-run 4th that blew it to this 4. Took a run deficit, turned it into a 5-run lead. Canberra got 1 back. Gordon to centre, over centre field. This might bring, well, it brings one run. The wave around is happening. It will bring two. Stinger scores, Kingma scores. A 4-run lead becomes 6. We've got Riley Malcolm at third, and Hunter Gordon can lay claim to a 2 RBI double. You got to walk a strikeout. He sacrificed to centre field to score an important run. This time he added another RBI. So that would be 3 RBIs for the day, I think. I think you still get an RBI for a sacrifice. I'll check Game Changer shortly. So it would have been anxious moments for all those who got up at the... Even Crackerdorn wouldn't have done it justice out west and saw the Phantoms down by 5, but well, even had a bat. It's going to be a pretty easy tag job, which it is. And that's 2 away. That's Kelly, I think. Yeah, not really much that Hayden could do about that. Lincoln Ellis got on base twice. Also had a 2 RBI single in the 4th. Three-0 count. Now there is a vacant first base. Malcolm on third, Gordon on second. And that one right down the middle. So as mentioned earlier, for the Phantoms, 2 big games tomorrow. 7 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Now the 7 a.m. game is right here on Game Changer with a bit of luck. The first game on Diamond 1. As that's hit and through right, that'll score 1. That'll score 2. And now we're at an 8-run margin. So with that, the bases are cleared. Well, of the 2 that were there. Lincoln Ellis is at first. And the margin now 14-6. Now in theory, if I've got this right in my head, and look, it's day 1, game 1. This is played to first. There's your out. Played to third, throw to first. With that, Canberra avoid the chance of being mercy ruled in the 6th. This will go to the full distance to 7. Canberra have 3 outs to score 8 runs to take it further. Back with the grand finale very shortly. Well, here we are, the 7th inning of the first game of day 1. Thanks to Spacequake Sports bringing all the pictures. I want to thank Jay on high in places I would not go on the scaffold, and also Michael, who's pushing the buttons, keeping us going to air. Well, every long journey needs a first step, and for Cal McIntyre, he's got a single to centre, and how about 12 more of those, and we might have an interesting, well, 12 more of those will be a very interesting ball game. But for Cal McIntyre, that's a 3 for 3 day, 2 singles and a walk. Eric Cochran, he had the Rangers highlight, a 3-run jack in the first. Struck out in the 4th. Canberra 5 runs in the first, 1 in the 5th. They did go down in order in the 2nd and the 6th. Couple of hits in the 3rd. Base running error ended it, and a single in the 4th, but nothing arising on the scoreboard. New pitcher for the Phantoms, Sam Gardner, aka Sammy or Gazza. And Gazza gets the K. He's from the Perth Baseball Club. He's looking at increasing his velocity, improving his off-speed pitches. All right. Hit a clutch stand-up triple in the final of our state series to help my team win. That's the way to do it. Again, baseball very much a family affair. You'll find dads, mums, uncles playing the game, and they love it so much. And I notice a lot of interaction happening with the various parents and coaches coming together. There's a second strikeout, back to back. And well, unless I've seriously misread the rule book, this is the last out for the Rangers. And the Phantoms got an early wake-up call, literally and figuratively, in this ballgame. Came back and scored 14 of the last 15 runs. McIntyre at first. It's Lincoln Kelly. Wearing 42. Playing first base. He had that first base tag a little while ago. Do apologise with the fielding positions, by the way, folks. Just have to adjust. Oh, and Kelly's collected. He's up. That's what you always want to see, is everyone just takes a... Oh, no. Kelly's up. Bounced right back up. This is one. Look away if you're squeamish. Yeah, kaboing. I guess you see the toughness of the helmets by the amount that ricocheted. But that is a hit by pitch. All right. 2 Rangers are on. Can they just keep this game going? I should add that we were supposed to start the second game. You can see the... I think that might be the Phantoms intermediate side coming and having a look. Popped up for the ball game. And a bit of a raffle. But in the end, taken by Riley Malcolm. He had a big job today. He got on base 3 times. He also shut down Canberra in the first with when the game was getting a little out of hand early. And with that, the Eastern Phantoms have won the first game of day 1. They will have the rest of the day off before a big 2-gamer tomorrow. You'll see their match at 7 a.m. Perth time against Brisbane North right here on Baseball Plus. For Canberra, had their moments. but just struggled in the struggled in the fourth to hold the Phantoms' onslaught. The Canberra Rangers, they will also have a 9 o'clock game local. That won't be on Baseball Plus, that will be via Game Changer. But you will see the Rangers twice on Saturday. So make sure you come back for that. I'm Phil Herndon. On behalf of Jay, Michael, and the boss of Spacequake Sports, Dave Bungleton, Baseball Australia, thanks for watching. We'll be back with the next game quite shortly.